Hey guys, so for today's video, we are filming another Chit Chat Get Ready With Me. I actually just filmed my first impression little clip for the new Maybelline foundation. So we're skipping foundation and we're moving right on to the rest of my makeup. I am so excited for this video. I have been like loving filming Chit Chat Get Ready With Me. So I've been doing them I think I've done like 3 this month alone. Not this month, this December now, but whatever. Yeah, I've really been loving them and so have you guys. So yeah, let's just get into it. I am going to do my concealer now. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape. What else is new? This weekend I had a very chill weekend. I actually started the show, well, I started Dynasty, I think on Thursday or something like that, and I really like it. Like at first, like the first and second episode, I was like, it's good, but like wasn't obsessed. Now I really like it. Like I love it now. And I cannot wait for the new episode. It comes like every Thursday, which I hate when Netflix does that, by the way. Face is a little bit bloated right now. I don't know if you guys can tell, but what's crazy is I know when people get bloated, it goes to their tummy. For me, it goes to my face. Like you can tell when your girl's bloated. I'm also gonna be getting my monthly soon, so that's why I'm bloated. But not only that, Ofer sent me this huge chocolate package, you guys. Like this huge chocolate tower full of different chocolate items. You guys will see it on the vlog. I actually vlogged it, but they sent me like chocolate covered popcorn, chocolate covered pretzels, like chocolate. This is a huge tower. Not gonna lie to you guys, I devoured it, and sugar makes me bloated, like when I eat too much sugar. But anyways, yeah, I'm like in love with Dynasty. And after Dynasty, I was like bored because I finished all of it. So I started watching Shameless. Finally, I've been getting so many like requests from you guys, not requests, recommendations from you guys to watch that show. But I was always kind of like, meh, am I gonna like it? It's different than the typical show. So I kind of held off on it, but then I was kind of desperate. Like I really had nothing to watch. So I was like, you know what? Whatever, we're gonna watch Shameless. I think there's also like 6 or 8 seasons. So I like that because I get to like binge watch the whole thing. And I really like it. Like at first, I'm not gonna lie, it really irritated me because the dad just bothers me. Like, how are you so horrible to your children and you pay them no attention? Like, it just really pissed me off. You get addicted to like watching the relationships in the show. I love Fiona, and the kids are just, yeah, you get attached to like the characters. So I asked you guys on Snapchat if you needed any advice on any situations you guys are going through, and I got so many questions. So one of them is, I watched your Chit Chat Get Ready With Me and I loved watching the Ask Amy questions. So I met this guy in September at a concert through a mutual friend. After the concert started, we immediately clicked. We danced the entire time and didn't leave each other's side. So cute. Until we both went home. A few weeks after that, he asked me out and everything was literally perfect. I honestly thought I was going somewhere serious with this man. Then about 2 weeks ago, my friend drags me to a guy's house to hang out without me even knowing who he was and that he was even a guy. Nothing happened at this guy's house, but my ex kept bringing it up and said he didn't trust me, when I've done nothing to make him think that. After 2 weeks of basically acting like strangers, he tells me he isn't happy and a bunch of other excuses. I tried everything I could to keep the relationship, but he just completely blocked me from his life. I'm so torn up about this that I can't sleep and he's all I think about. I constantly keep checking social media to see what he's doing and it's ruining me. I know what I have to do, but I feel like there's a small possibility he could come back and I don't know what to do. You guys, like, I feel for that because I know sometimes like you'll meet a guy and you think, oh my god, like this could be the one. But I will tell you right now, in a situation like that, there's one thing that you gotta know when it comes to relationships, and especially like men. When a man loves a woman, like when he really loves you and he really wants you, nothing's gonna stop him. So if something as easy and as small as you simply going to someone else's house that he didn't like made him disappear out of your life, why do you want him in your life? Like, you want somebody who's going to provide you with unconditional love. You don't want somebody who's going to flake and run anytime something goes wrong. Like, relationships come with a lot of obstacles. So you want somebody who's going to be there for the obstacles and be ready to jump and go through those hurdles with you. You don't want somebody who's gonna run and hide the second a tiny little thing happens. What about when something big happens? Because big things will happen, that's life. And like I was said, like when a man loves a woman, he loves you. Nothing will push him away from you. Like, you know, a man loves you when you try to push him away and he ain't moving, like he's gonna keep coming back. So if it's that easy for a guy to leave and run away, he ain't the one for you, honey. He is not that serious about you, number one. And number two, you don't want somebody like that. So if he does come back to you, because she said she feels like there's a small possibility he'll come back, When he does come back to you, you tell him you're already gone. You already left, you're already gone, you're not waiting for him. I know it's hard, but I think it's like you're in love with the idea of what he could have been. You just have to like realize you will find that one day, but this is not the one. Like that, this is not the guy. So let go of the idea and focus on yourself type of thing. So someone said, hey Amy, I moved in with my boyfriend a few months ago and I'm still adjusting to living together. Do you have any advice on how to make it smoother? So it's definitely tough to, like, I went through this 2 years ago. It's definitely tough to like work two lives and combine them into one now, because now you guys live together and now your living situations are together. But I think the best thing to do is like before you move in together, ask each other what that person is expecting, because it's one thing to be with somebody, but it's a whole nother thing to live with them. You want to ask each other, hey, like, what do you expect from me? And you tell them what you expect from them type of thing. Like, does he expect to have a meal when he comes home? Does he not care about those things? Do you expect him to take out the trash? Do you expect him to make time for date nights? Like, like talk about what you want from each other. But also, like, I think it's important to sit down, talk about bills. Who's gonna be in charge of the bills? Are you guys gonna share it? Is it gonna be him? Is it gonna be you? Is it gonna, like, you have to talk about money, you have to talk about budgeting. You guys, basically what I'm saying is you need to be on the same page. So the next question is, hey girl, my question is, how do you overcome insecurities within yourself after you have been cheated on? So this is a really important one, because I know that this can be really tough, but I think the most important thing to realize is that when you get cheated on, it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with the other person. Sometimes people cheat, because they're not happy in the relationship or whatever, and sometimes it's because of their own demons and their own issues. I think a lot of the times the insecurities come from feeling like, oh, maybe I wasn't the perfect girlfriend, or maybe I wasn't good looking enough, or maybe I wasn't this. You have to know that you are enough by being you. Like, you're enough. And yeah, maybe there's things you have to improve on. So just look at that, look at what you need to improve on, make changes, make improvements. Cheating can definitely be tough to deal with, I will say. Like, I've never been cheated on when I was in like a very serious relationship, but I have been cheated on in the past when I was like, I guess you could say, talking to a guy. Like, we were talking for a few months and like dating, I guess you can say. It was nothing extremely serious, but we definitely were like into each other and together-ish, you know what I mean? I don't know. I was 15. Yeah, I was 15, 16 at the time. So, it wasn't extremely serious. We weren't dating for like 2 years or anything like that. But I did get cheated on and it hurts. Like, you do feel like, you just feel like something out there is better than you type of thing. Like, you feel like, am I not good enough? But you can't be thinking like that. Like, that person cheated because they wanted to, not because it's not a you problem type of thing, It's definitely really hard to deal with, but I think it's also okay. Like, allow yourself to be hurt by it. Like, don't expect yourself to be this perfect person. Like, allow yourself to be hurt by it. And that contour though. Allow yourself to be hurt by it. And just know that it's okay not to be okay, and that give yourself time. So next question is, hey Amy, I am 21 years old and I have been in a relationship for almost 6 years now. We have 2 babies together. The only problem is that when he gets upset, he constantly disrespects me and calls me names in front of his family and always makes me feel bad. Please help me out and tell me what I should do. So number one, it's just important to know that that is not okay. Like, it is not okay, let alone for your own man and for the father of your children to disrespect you. It is not okay, let alone that, but just in general, it is not okay for any human. Do not let any human being on this earth disrespect you, because you're worth more than that. Nobody needs to be disrespecting nobody. We're all human, we all bleed the same. So the fact that he thinks he can disrespect you, this is the thing, like, we also have to, he's 1000% to blame for how he disrespects you and how he treats you. But you also gotta realize, in life, we teach people how to treat us. So I think it's just it's a human nature thing. Like, subconsciously, if a person is a pushover, another person is just subconsciously and naturally going to take advantage of them 9 times out of 10, because it's just subconscious. It's like, oh yeah, like, I can push that person around, it's okay. But if you know that person ain't gonna take no shit, let me tell you something, you're not going to push them around, because they're not going to take your shit. You know what I'm saying? You teach people how to treat you. To be honest with you, you guys have children together, so I do think, for the sake of the children, I think you guys should try to work it out. You also want to be open-minded, and you don't know what he's going through. And maybe he's going through something so bad within himself that he's taking it out on you. So I think for the sake of your children, you do owe him a conversation, and you need to tell him, you know what? I don't like how you've been treating me, and I don't like how you've been doing that, and today I'm telling you, I am not gonna take it anymore. You're either gonna change or you're gonna get out. So the next question is, how did your channel grow and how did your Instagram platform grow? Number one thing is consistency and being yourself. And I know that might sound like, girl, really be yourself. Okay, what a shitty, what a half-ass advice. No, really be yourself, because there's only one you. What can you bring? What is your personality? What is your talent? What is your technique that you can bring to people? What value are you going to bring to people? Because there's no you in the world. There's only one you. So you're already winning. You're already different. You're already going to stand out just by being you. YouTube has changed so much, you guys, and it's become really hard to grow your channel. YouTube really cranked down on the algorithm, and basically what YouTube is doing is they're making it harder for people to get views and subscribers, because I think YouTube is becoming very saturated. So for a long time, people were getting views very easily, and it was just becoming too much, too many people, too many views, too much. So they really wanted to crank down and make the criteria harder, make people work harder, pretty much. What I decided to do was really look at the behind the scenes and what's going on. YouTube changed a lot of things, like the suggest video, there's so much, you guys, that you guys don't know from behind the scenes, what YouTube does to push your video. Sometimes YouTube will hide your video even. Your video will be there and it will get low views because YouTube decided not to share it with anybody. So you want to do certain things that triggers YouTube to share your video, to push your video out there. You guys are very important, and what you do helps my channel grow. It's very important for you guys to watch my videos, number one, like them, and then comment on them. And even share them with your friends if you can, because by liking and commenting, what that does is it helps push my video further out in YouTube, in the YouTube world, so that other people can watch. So what I finally decided to do is I finally started to realize, you know what, Amy, you gotta work harder. So I really started looking into the different YouTube tricks that they came up with. Like I said, YouTube changed a lot of things, so I really started learning about those things. And to do that, I actually got connected with a company that's really awesome. They help a lot with your social media marketing in terms of figuring out, helping you do these little tips and tricks. Simple things like creating playlists, literally simple things that you don't think matters, but it matters. YouTube will be like, oh, she did this, she did this, she did this, she's getting this many comments, she's getting this, so it'll push your video. So these tiny little tricks about algorithm really do help. It's definitely important for you to look into more of the social media marketing aspect. So I am gonna leave the company's email down below so that you guys can reach out to them, and I'll leave their website as well. The company is called Purple Dolphin, so I'll go ahead and leave that down below for you guys if you are interested, and if you're new and you really want to start growing your channel, or if you notice your channel was kind of not growing, they can definitely help with that. Okay, so next question is, there's this guy that started talking to me on Instagram. He requested to follow me and lives about 2 hours away from me, so I haven't met him yet. We've been talking and he tells me that I'm beautiful and all that fun stuff that girls want to hear. He really likes my pictures on Instagram, even though I know that that's not what defines a friendship. I just find it weird. So instead of him liking my pics, he would send me my own pictures through DM and put heart eyes. So I thought that was sketchy, and this one time he accidentally, maybe intentionally, I don't know, sent me a picture of another girl and put heart eyes. So what he did with me, he's doing the same with other girls. Okay, number one, I really like how aware you are. You're seeing what he's doing, you're questioning it, you're not just being all, oh, but you know what I mean? You're being logical and smart still, which I really like that. And I think you're right for being weary. It definitely is weird. Why do you have to send my photo privately? He to me, this just screams that he's either one, in a relationship and he's, he doesn't want to be public, or two, he's just doing it to multiple girls behind closed doors. You know what I mean? It's whack. It's corny. You don't want somebody like that. No, you guys, and the thing is, us women, we love to hear these things that make us feel good. Oh, you're beautiful, you're this. Sorry, I'm looking for my highlight brush. You're beautiful, you're this, and it just makes us feel good, and it clouds our mind, and that's all we focus on, and we go into this la land, when really at the end of the day, yes, okay, you're beautiful. You already know you're beautiful. You don't need him to be telling you that. What you need to be focusing on is he is clearly playing the field and being mad sketchy. You don't want somebody that's that sketchy. I would just not invest your time into that at all. So we have someone that just asked, what should I do if my boyfriend is not so romantic? I mean, I'm in a long distance relationship for 4 years now, and I know that he loves me so much, but he is so manly, and sometimes he can't express his feelings in words, just in action. So please tell me how I can make him do it. Number one thing, if he's showing how much he loves you through action, I think as women, we need to see how valuable that is. Like, a man's actions really tell how he feels. Do you know how many guys are out there telling multiple girls that they love them and that they're beautiful, blah blah blah, but their actions ain't saying shit? Like, they're not really doing anything. Like, the fact that he's showing you through his actions, I think you need to be very appreciative of that. But at the same time, you have to, you know, your needs are your needs, and if you need a man to, you know, tell you a little bit through his words how he's feeling, then those are your needs and they should be met a little bit. I think in a relationship, what's important is to find out what the other person's needs are, and you have to also communicate to him that that's what you want, and maybe he can try a little bit more. I think at the end of the day, you know who you got in a relationship with, and it's important not to try to change people too much. If he loves you and he's not disrespecting you, I think you gotta love him for what he is. You know what I'm saying? That's how he is. He's a manly guy. He doesn't want to talk about his feelings, and you just kind of gotta love it for what it is and really appreciate him for what he is. As long as he's showing you that he loves you, I think that deserves some appreciation. And maybe once he sees that you're appreciating that too, he'll feel good about it. You know, like, oh, she appreciates me. And then you can like be like, hey, I would also appreciate it if, you know, told me sometimes too. You know what I mean? So basically meet in the middle. So this question says, my boyfriend and I have some communication problems. What should I do to fix that? So a really great tip to fix communication issues is schedule a time every single week where you guys can get together and revisit how the week went. Just sit down and talk to each other about how the week went. Maybe there's certain things you guys didn't like about, you know, how the week went or what you guys did, and also talk about what you guys did like. By doing that, scheduling these little talking appointments, you're opening that line of communication, number one, but you're also, two, making it a habit to talk about things so that afterwards, when you do want to talk about something, you're not bottling it. You guys are actually having that open line of communication. So that really helps a lot. Okay, so I just finished up my brows off camera because I can't do my brows and talk. Okay, so I decided I'm going to use the Too Faced Peachy Mattes Collection palette today. I'm really excited. This is going to be the first time I'm trying it. It's such a beautiful palette and it smells so good. I'm just going to take that first light shade and set the eye. I have this new Tasha Denona Chroma top coat I really want to play with. I played with it on my sister and it just looked so good, but I haven't used it on myself. It is so beautiful. So we have another question. It says, I need your advice whether I should give my boyfriend of 4 years a second chance. I recently discovered he lied to me, and in the process, when I kept asking him whether he was lying about this particular thing, he kept denying and accusing me of being insecure. But he ended up admitting the truth, and it hurt me so much as this is my first relationship and I don't know if I can trust him again, as I'm afraid in the future I will have major doubts. Should I give him a second chance? So it's definitely hard to trust somebody again after that, for sure. I think you have to ask yourself if you're willing to try to trust him again, because if you are willing to try, then I think that's a start. If you're not willing to try, then you definitely have to just end it now, because then you're going to put both of you guys through a lot of damage. I think a lot of the times people are always like, should I give him another chance? Like, how do I know he'll change? You don't know. Like, you don't know that he's going to change. So that's the whole thing. It's about are you willing to take the risk? Like, you also have to know that also means that it could work and it could fail. There's like 2 chances. You can't get your hopes up and expect that it's going to work and be perfect. You kind of have to be realistic about it. Okay, so someone just asked, I worked really hard and lost 20 pounds over the summer and I gained just about all of it back. I really need that extra motivation to get back on track again because I feel so helpless. So I think I really need to do an entire weight loss topic Chit Chat Get Ready with me. I've actually done a weight loss Q&A on my vlog channel on how I've lost weight and just so much more than that, just like motivation tips and just so much, there's so much info in that video. If you guys haven't seen it, you definitely need to, but I think I need to do like an updated one. So I think I need to do an entire Chit Chat Get Ready with me answering weight loss advice questions, because I get a lot of questions around that. Yeah, so I think the number one thing that screams to me when you say that you lost 20 pounds over the summer but you gained it all back, I think the important thing is, what did you do to lose those 20 pounds that made it so unsustainable that you ended up gaining it back? Because for you to gain the weight back, that means that you didn't enjoy what you were doing before that made you lose weight. Like, the most important thing, I think a lot of people like try to lose weight, and so they do these like diets, and it's not sustainable. So the important thing when you're gonna lose weight is you wanna lose weight by doing something that you can do for the rest of your life. Like, here's an example. So the keto diet, cut out carbs. Can you live without carbs for the rest of your life? Some people can. Like, some people don't really like carbs, like they don't care for it. But let's be real, majority of us love bread and all these things. If you cannot maintain that lifestyle that made you lose weight, how do you think you're going to maintain the weight afterwards? If you love carbs so much, but you're cutting them out to lose weight, you're not going to be able to maintain that weight loss afterwards, because when you're done losing weight, you're going to be like, okay, cool, back to normal. And you're going to go and eat carbs and you're going to eat all these things and you're just going to gain the weight right back. So you want to do something, pick a workout, pick a way of eating that you enjoy and that you can do for the rest of your life. So that's the most important thing. So someone said, I'm just wondering if you could give advice to your own young self, 13 or 14, what would that advice be? So I would tell myself at that age, stop worrying about fitting in. I was so worried about like my image and about fitting in. I wish I would have stopped and appreciated who I was as a person at the time, and you know, became more confident in that way. Like, I was just way too insecure at that age. So these apply best with the finger. So I am going to apply this now. So pretty. Like, this is so beautiful, you guys. Oh, like, look at that. Like, what? You guys, the camera is not even doing it justice. Oh my god. I was just watching some Shameless while I did my lashes. I'm wearing, again, the bold face lashes in Lashes for Days. I've been obsessed with them. I'm actually on season 2 of Shameless, so I already finished season 1 in like 2 days. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Kylie's birthday suit, a little bit of Bare Minerals Cult, and then a little bit of Bare Minerals Fly lip gloss. Okay, so that is pretty much it for today's Chit Chat Get Ready With Me. I really love how this makeup turned out. It just looks so like natural and glowy. Oh, I love it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's probably super long, but I hope it was fun for you guys. I know this video is already probably so long, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and of course, as always, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.